Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What it do, baby? It's your boy Rico back at it again. Yes, is impromptu live session. I'm trying to make this a regular thing, man, on Fridays, man. What's on my sweater, man? Yeah, man. I'm trying to make this a kind of a little thing that we do on a Friday, man. So welcome for those that are just tuning in. What's up? What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? It's Friday. Friday. Maya Pope, Zach Allen, Jonathan Provost. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Man, I just wanted to come on here for a little bit on the Friday evening as my Call of Duty warms up on that 3-hour damn. You know how that is, man. Call of Duty be doing you like that, man. They're busting up all the servers first and foremost, and on top of that, they're gonna make you wait and download a 3-hour damn thing. But that's how it is, man. That's how it be. Ryan, what is good? Ronaldo Parker, what's happening, man? Shout out to my Fanatics. You know what I'm saying? The big team showing out strong. Kathy Barnaby, how are you, my girl? What's going on? Let's get it. Bing, bing, biggity, bing, bing. Let's go. Just gotta get warmed up, man. Gotta get warmed up. Listen, man, when you go bye week and get right into it, I felt a little off last time, man. But I gotta get my shit back together again and get it popping, man. So what's good, everybody, man? We got a big game this weekend. And I hate hearing it, but it's the facts. We're gonna get. This is the game that really proves if the Bills are for real, right? Don't we always hear that shit? By the way, if you guys are tuning into this bitch, hit that click that like button. We'll get it popping. It's gonna be a nice casual live show today, man. A lot of questions I'll be answering. A lot of times, man, when I get into my, you know what I'm saying, in my window, in my bag, when I'm in my bag, I kind of glance over a lot of really good, solid questions. So I'm going to try to get through a lot of the questions. But we have a big, huge game coming up this Friday. And the big thing is, can the Bills, really prove they can do it? Isn't that what it always is? Can the Bills really, are they for real? Are they pretenders, contenders, all that jazz, right? And I feel like we already proved it somewhat when we went against the Titans, because the Titans was going to be the real test. You know what I'm saying? Are they for real? Or can they do it? And we came out and we won, right? So it's gonna come down to it again, and it's come to the point where we're just going to, on a weekly basis, continue to have to prove ourselves. Can they do it? Can they beat? Because it's gonna be like this. Can they beat a team with a winning record? Right? We know the Eagles don't have a winning record, but the Eagles are better than what their records are saying, are proving, or maybe not, right? So we're going to be facing that. Then we're going to face, they should be beating the teams that they should beat. With ease. That's the Washington Redskins after that. So I don't want to jump ahead, but that's what we're going to always constantly get. Are the Bills pretenders? You know what I'm saying? Lamar Odom, we live, baby. I see you, kid. I see you. So that's what it's gonna do. That's what happens all the time, man. Sam Maz, I see you, bro. Smash that like button. I like it. So here's the deal, man. I just wanted to bring up a few things that we can talk about. Then I'm gonna start reading a lot of your questions today. First things first. Was Matt Milano's, because that's the chat right now. Matthew Milano. A lot of people make fun of me because they say Milano. I thought it's Milano. It's just what it is, or Milano, whatever y'all Americans, how you guys want to say it. But anyway, Matt Milano was absent last week, and a lot of people are trying to make it seem like him being out of that defense was integral. I mean, if you really think about it, he's a big piece. No matter what you say it, but they say that our run game suffered because Matt Milano wasn't in it. He wasn't filling the gaps and so on and so forth. If you really think about it, why was our run game any different any other week that we've played? We only gave up 66 yards to the freaking runner. So I'm not trying to take away from Matt Milano, but I don't want to make it seem like because of Matt Milano's absence, we some trash. Do we all of a sudden we have amnesia and we forget that Matt Milano was out for having a very good year, might I add, but we still ended up being a top 3 defense without Milano. So all of a sudden he's what made the difference. I'm sorry, but we are a solid defense. like everybody else says, next man up, right? There's not one ego that's one guy's better, and I think you're better. Everybody feels that they can play. All right. Now, do I like Milano in the lineup? 1000%. The man can cover. He fills gaps really nice, and he's a good player. But I don't want to poo-poo on Mo Alexander and the rest of the guys that we have on the team because they can play, right? But I just want to bring that up. So him potentially playing and not playing, it'll be interesting. It'll be crucial because there's some decent receivers on that team. You know what I'm saying? You got Alshon Jeffrey. You've got Ertz being the tight end that's on that squad. Nelson Aguilar, he's up and down. You know what I'm saying? Deshaun Jackson's out. Jason Peters is out. You got two defensive tackles that are out. So this team is battling with some injuries on the defensive side of the ball. And on the left tackle side, you got one of the better left tackles in the game that's out at age 37, though. But it goes to tell you that, listen, man, any given Sunday, anything can happen. We were supposed to spank the damn Dolphins. We were supposed to spank them. You know what I mean? Show them who daddy is. Who the daddy? We were supposed to bend that shit over and take care of business, but we didn't. I mean, that ass was backed up on. You ever go to a, you know what I mean, all ages back in the day when you went to all ages and, you know, somebody was backing it up on you and she was too much for you? We were supposed to smash that against the damn Dolphins, but they backed it up on us. You know what I'm saying? So we got punked a little bit, but we gained composure and we took the dub after that. But I'm just saying, I had to use that analogy. A lot of people want to say it was a trap game against the Dolphins. Nah, man. If you come prepared, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no trap game business. It's when you don't prepare yourself, then you fall into the trap because you thought you had that W, right? And then they smack you in the mouth and say, no, this is the NFL, boy. You got to prepare yourself. So if you come prepared, then we good, man. So shout out to all the sponsor members. Shout out to the Fanatics. The Bing team is in the building. Lem Brown, I see you. We in here, boy. We in here. Bill Harvey, I see you. Rico, what's up? I like that we are under the radar. Let people think that we whatever they want to think. We see. It's the funny thing, Bill. I'm glad you brought that up because it's funny. We are under the radar, but we're not. You know what I'm saying? Because people, they know about us, but they just don't want to. It's like they don't want to respect us. They have to respect us, but they don't want to because in their head, and this is just my opinion, they still see us as the same old Bills. You know what I'm saying? They still see us as the SOBs. You know what I'm saying? We're not the SOBs anymore, man. Bump that. SOBs, we got to, you know what I mean? There's a t-shirt idea. SOBs, same old Bills, circle that bitch and cross it out. We ain't no freaking SOBs, man. It's not the same old Bills. It's a little different. But they keep thinking that we're the same old Bills. So that's why it's up and down, right? They want to give us respect, but in the heart of hearts, they don't want to. But yet, they'll give all the damn respect to the Cleveland fucking Browns. Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? Cleveland Browns is 2-4. Baker Mayfield's throwing 11 damn interceptions with what? Oh, five touchdown passes? But they still give them, but it's the Cleveland Browns. And the fuck? What's that? What that shit supposed to mean? It just goes to show you that the amount of respect the Bills get, we don't. And I think the players in the locker room know this perfectly. They know this. And they don't give a damn. And that's what's beautiful about this situation, right? So call us what you want. Underdog, radar, or under the radar. You know what I'm saying? Or they know that what we're about. At the end of the day, man, none of these motherfuckers, they ain't fucking with us, man. SOBs, man. Yo, we gotta make a t-shirt out of that bitch, man. We ain't the same old Bills. We're not no SOBs, man. This is a new era. This is a new type of Bills, man. We got new coaching. You know what I'm saying? The culture's different. Now we just gotta find them alpha dogs, man. We got a good amount. We got a good nucleus on team, but we got some alpha dogs that we got to bring on this team, man. Or we have them, but we got to let them bark. Let them bark. Take the muzzle off. Let them dogs bark. You feel what I'm saying, man? I'm just saying, man. Are we hunting for the receiver? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, by the way, shout out to my new cut. I shortened it up a little bit. I shortened it up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta change it up. You gotta change the game up. Hold on a second. Are we hunting for a receiver? This is a tough one for me because initially I would have said go and grab yourself a receiver ASAP. Go now. You know what I'm saying? You had your Emmanuel Sanders. Allegedly it says that we had some interest in him, and then you know what I'm saying things just didn't materialize. Cool. Right? Young King, I see you, man. I see you, Young King. I see you, bro. But we let Emmanuel Sanders go. The one guy that you guys all know that I said out like, yo, we should go after Mohamed Sanu. He's out there. Go get his ass. That's a borderline number one receiver could be. When you with Julio Jones, you're not no number one. You're number two. You know what I'm saying? But you can't scoff on his abilities. And Sanu is going to be a damn problem because with the damn Patriots. But we had an opportunity, but we didn't. Now, here's the thing that we as fans don't know. Did we attempt to at least go reach out to them? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we didn't, right? But we have to make it seem like we're doing a due diligence. I'm sure they're spitting out bullshit out there. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to it, do we really need a core? Okay, here's the thing, man. I gotta say this. Okay? Do we need a receiver? I would say yes, because you guys already know how I feel about it. If John Brown goes down, the dynamic in that receiving room is totally different. It changes the game. We don't have a guy that can really come in and do what John Brown's doing, right? We thought Robert Foster was that guy, but we don't know where the hell Robert Foster is. Robert Foster, the last 2 games, has been a healthy scratch or not part of the game plan. When the coach tells you you're not part of the game plan, bro, that's a problem. I'm sorry, man, but that is a problem. You're not part of the game plan. So why the hell am I on this team? Like, what am I, just a gimmick guy? Isaiah McKenzie, no disrespect to Isaiah McKenzie, and I don't even want to say it as no disrespect. It's not even like that. But Isaiah McKenzie has a purpose on this team. He knows exactly what he's there for, and he can give you this, that, and the third. Robert Foster should be that guy. Golly, man. He was the deep threat last year, and all of a sudden it's like he's irrelevant. Like, I don't know what's going on, but they got to fix that situation. And if they're not going to fix it, you better make something happen before deadline. Make something happen at the receiving corps before deadline. Here's the thing, though. Front office is probably like, all right, we go and get a big-time guy. We trade for a big-time guy. Okay? Let's put it out there. Let's play with this. We put it out there. We want a big-time guy. All right, cool. But do we trust the quarterback enough for us to go and give up a second-round, third-round pick for a quarterback, or a receiver, if our quarterback isn't going to utilize him to what we need him to? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Because they might say, all right, we got a second-round pick. Let's go get Emmanuel Sanders. Let's just put that out there, right? We got a second-round pick. Let's go get A.J. Green. But if we bring A.J. Green, do we trust Josh Allen to deliver the damn ball to A.J. Green? And are we ready to waste a second-round pick on a rental if our quarterback isn't going to utilize him? I think that's a talk amongst them all. Then they're like, nah, instead of just doing that, let him just roll with what he's got. He's already used to these guys. We're not going to go ahead and waste a second or third round pick. We're going to let him roll with it because we may not trust him enough to hit the new guy that comes in. Is it going to fuck the whole flow up? Who knows? I think that might be a conversation. By the way, Richard Katarina, I see that donation. Shout out to you, my guy. Who should we trade for as a receiver? That's a good question. I'm talking about that right now. So I don't see any, but to me right now, the only person that I would trade for right this second would be like an alpha dog receiver, be AJ Green. But I also know that AJ Green is 31. I'm not saying it's old, but he's 31. We got to call the facts, right? Roxy 85, 585. I see you. Any info on Duke? Just a bad shoulder. Okay. He's 31. AJ Green is 31, coming off a nasty little injury, right? I think it was the Achilles. So that's not something that you can easily just recover from, right? So now you're taking those risks, those big risks, and then the third risk is giving up whatever grade you want to give up for whatever draft pick, and then counting on your quarterback to now make him an integral part of this offense. Do they trust him? That is the question, and I think that's what they're going through right now. Now, if I'm going to now add something to this team that's going to make a difference immediately, that's a pass rush, because right now we are ranking near half and bottom of the league in terms of sacks. And we just have too much talent on this team for us not to be ranked at least in the top 15, top 10 in sacks, and we're not even there. Kathy Barnaby says, right now, Allen is having problems down the field, so no for a short-term signing. I feel you. I understand that part of the game. Kathy, I do. I really do. But I also know that Brandon Beane loves his draft picks. And now here's a question for you guys. Would you rather an unproven draft pick or a proven player in this league and give up a second or third round pick? So, for instance, some people are like, no, I'm not trying to give up my first round pick. I'm not trying to give up my first round pick. I respect that. Fine. But what if I told you that first round pick gets you Von Miller? Are you now going to say, whoa, wait, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Right? Now you got to really think about it. Is there somebody that's coming out next year that gives you Von Miller type play? You got to give up that first round if you want that game-changing guy. In the draft, I wanted Montez Sweat because I needed somebody that was going to make a difference on the defensive side of the ball, or Ed Oliver. And we got Ed Oliver, and I'm thrilled about that. And Ed Oliver is playing phenomenal this year, man. Getting double-teamed almost half the damn time. 56% of the time he's getting double-teamed, man. And he's starting to warm up. Wait till he really gets going. We just need the guys that are next to him to get after that. Because if they're not going to, you need to start looking for a damn pass rusher. Richard Cartagena, I see you again, my man. Should we look for another defensive end? Thank you, man. It's like, I didn't even see your question. I'm on that. Richard, I appreciate the donation again. And yes, I personally think we should be looking for another piece on the defensive line. That's just what it is. We don't have that guy that's consistently putting the pressure on the edges like we needed to. Sorry, but I got to say it. Jerry Hughes has been on the pass rush end a disappointment this year. Thus far. It's early in the season. Actually, it's not even early. We're going into halfway into the season. This is where we need to be getting that production from Jerry Hughes. We just gave him an extension. Yes, he's fantastic on the run defense. Getting on the run D, he's excellent. But at the end of the day, we got you and we paid you to get after that quarterback. I'm just saying, man. I'm keeping it a buck here. Trent Murphy on the other end, silence. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the only people making noise, like you're making real noise, is the interior line in Ed Oliver. But as a whole, on the defensive front, we're excellent. Don't get me wrong. We're freaking nice with it. But the pass rush is what's going to make the difference. Because if we had that pass rush, I guarantee you Miami Dolphins ain't doing shit. Aren't doing shit. Like the Miami Dolphins, we let them around. We let them hang. We let them hang, man. The only thing that should have been hanging is our nuts on their foreheads. That's the only thing that should have been hanging. But we let them hang around. So you know what? We got what we got. Good thing we came out with the win, but you guys catch what I'm saying, man. Scott Blakely, lack of Milano has shown some depth issues. Do you think so, though? Really? Do you think that lack of Milano has? Because I feel like we were doing just fine, right? The run wasn't doing anything on the run. 66 yards rushing from Chris Walton or Mark Walton, whatever that guy's name is. I don't feel like we're that bad, man. I really don't. Now, don't get me wrong. We are a better team with Milano, a far better team with Milano, but I think we held our own without. I think we did. New Life 23 says Roberts was open. Allen needs to hone in his deep mechanics. It will come. Von Miller or nothing. I like that. Now here's the deal: the deep pass. Because I'm reading a few comments and talking about that deep pass. That deep pass, we need to make something happen with that, man. Because last year it was working. This year, not so much. But then I started. I think it was my man Bobby or Pierre or somebody in the group chat stated the fact that the deep ball wasn't the greatest even last year either. We were like percentage-wise, it wasn't great. We hit on like 4 or 5 of them that really made it seem like we were doing it often, but we were Josh Allen wasn't as accurate throwing the deep ball last year as well. So this is something that hopefully that they start to kind of, I think it's more of a chemistry thing, man. It's not that he can't hit it. He can. It's just a chemistry thing. Knowing when top end speed is going to stop, knowing when to just float it and zip it. He just has to get acquainted with his guys. And I think it's slowly going to get there, but it's got to get there sooner than later. Somebody said Dante Pettis. Prospect Watcher said Dante Pettis is a good option in my opinion. Here's the deal. They say Dante Pettis potentially could be on the block. right? They're not actively putting him out there, but they're listening. So that might be that has Bean written all over it, right? Still in his young career, right? Second year player, I believe, if I'm correct, second year player, still has outstanding ability, and that could be a young piece you add with Allen and let them develop over the years. So I could see a move like that making, because you just brought in Emmanuel Sanders. So right now, the 49ers are telling you, I'm all in. I'm all the way in. Now, if we could, and I'm only putting it out there, if we could trade back for Marquise Goodwin, like a true deep threat, I wouldn't mind. Give up a late round pick for Marquise Goodwin back to Buffalo. That might be a difference maker, because that boy has speed on speed on speed. So that might be something to look at. Yannick Ngakoue, pass rush. Once again, I'm good with that. If we can get a pass rush, bring a guy in that's young. He's got 1 year left on his deal. I think they say he signed a 1 year deal. You know what I mean? See what he's got. And if we like what we see, bring his ass back. Why the hell not? It's one of those things that we got to look at everything possible before this trade deadline. Now, I will be disappointed. I'll tell you that right now, straight up. I will be disappointed if we do nothing. If we sit on our hands and literally do nothing, because that tells me that we feel that we are just fine, right? But do we have the right to say that we're just fine when the 6-0 Patriots were like, nah, we're not fine. We need more pieces. Hey, Sanu, get over here. Second round pick. The 6-0 49ers are like, no. We're 6-0, but we're not fine. Emmanuel Sanders, bring your ass over here. Do we have the nerve to say, we're good? We all right. We 5-1. We got this. Our pieces are fine. Does the front office not want to hurt any feelings because they have such a tight-knit group? If they bring an extra piece, does that fuck up the feng shui? You know what I'm saying? Does that fuck up the feng shui? You guys know what I'm talking about? Because right now everything's up, everything's cool, everybody loves you, but everybody loves each other in the locker room. You bring another piece in, does it fuck it up? Does it fuck it up? Right? Does the front office not want to deal with that? They don't want to say, you know what? They're probably like, you know what? We like what we got. Everybody's playing hard for one another. Let's not. What do they say that? When you don't want to fuck shit up, you just want to. Let's not poke the bear. You know what I'm saying? Let's not poke the bear. Let's leave it the way it is. It could be they don't want to F up that continuity. Len Brown, I see you. They don't want to mess up that continuity. I don't know. But when you have a window to win right now, forget about this continuity bullshit. Get yourself some talented guys that can take you over that edge. That's what you need. Because right now, we're trying to get over that hump to be consistently, that team. And we're not there. We're climbing the hump. We're like halfway up the hump. We just need one or two pieces that get us over the hump. So now we can be true contenders and people don't have to second guess us. They know, oh, the Bills are going to bring it. The Bills are going to bring it all the time. That's it. Yo, if I'm making sense with what I'm saying right now, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Click that like right now and put a comment. Mark the time and say, yo, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Rico. I'm with you. Ronald Enoch says Cole Beasley said that in the interview. What did he say? I must have missed that part. Oh, about not wanting to bring anybody in? I saw that. That was an older interview. We shouldn't bring anybody in. I think we're fine the way we are. See, that tells me, yo, we're good. Like, we don't need anybody else, man. Don't fuck this shit up. So maybe the coaches are listening. It's like, yo, let's not fuck it up. Like, they seem to be okay and they're going to get it together. That's fine. But as an owner, I'm looking at this like, all right, cool. Coach, do you feel you're good? Because right now I'm watching you. I think we should go get another piece. And it's your job as a head coach to make it work. Forget about hurting feelings, man. There's a bunch of grown men in the locker room that get paid millions of dollars. Their feelings can be put aside. We're trying to win. Get over yourself. I mean, that's what I'd be saying as an owner. That's just me, though. Scott Blakely says, we are pass rush away from true elite status and playoff ready. I freaking agree. Though Bean has good draft record, they still are a hit and miss. Let's get a difference maker to create pressure. Thank you, Scott Blakely. Scott gets it. And a whole bunch of other people in this chat room understand it and get it. Think out loud, my guys. Like passez mon shit. Bills fans, pay attention to play calls from Dable. Run the damn ball so play action can work better. Stop wasting our good RBs. Yes. Thinking out loud, I see you, man. You thinking out loud. I like it. And he's right. You can't have a Devin Singletary running the ball 7 times. You can't have a Frank Gore running 11 times. You know what I'm saying? And having your quarterback run another 6 or 7 times. You got to give the ball to the guys that do the job, man. And give him the ball. Give him it early. Devin Singletary is a young buck. Get him the damn ball. You can't be giving the 36-year-old back all those damn carries and leaving the fresh young guy with no carries. What is the point? You drafted the young guy for a reason, to spell the old vet. So, yes, I understand you want to give the veteran the ball, but you drafted the 3rd rounder for a reason. Hand him the ball. Period. Let him get warmed up. You got to, man. I appreciate the A. I appreciate the donation, but I appreciate more the statement. So next game against the Eagles, pay attention to the play calls. See what's happening. See, look at the personnel. Don't just watch the game and just, hey, the score is 0-0. No. Look at the personnel when you go out there. I know it takes away from the game, but it makes it more intriguing, right? So when we come in and chat it up like we do now, we can have these conversations, right? So how often is Cole Beasley on the field? Why is Dawson Knox on the field and Tyler Kroft is not? Like, ask yourself these things, right? Is Tyler Kroft going to get a bigger chunk? Is Robert Foster going to be implemented in this game? Is he going to be activated? If he's active, are they going to be trying to set the deep ball up? Those are the questions that we'll be asking and we'll be paying attention to in the next game coming up. Sam Maz, I see you. Hold on, let me bring it back. Sam Mazda says, Rico, did you hope the rumors were true about Vic Beasley? Yeah, man. Here's the thing about Vic Beasley. We don't want to put too much stock into Vic Beasley, because a lot of times as Bills fans, we put a lot of stock into guys that are maybe average, but we give them a lot of hype because they're on another team, right? But if you really think back, in the last 3 years, Vic Beasley has only 13.5 sacks. 13.5 sacks in the last 3 years. So it's not fantastic statistic wise, right? Because we have guys that are on the team that can do just that, right? Here's the deal, though. Sometimes you just need a different location, i.e., Jerry Hughes. Jerry Hughes wasn't doing it for the Colts. We brought him to Buffalo, and voila, 2 10-sack seasons. Now, we had Mario Williams, we had Kyle Williams, we had Marcel Darius, so that makes a whole big difference. But the minute they left, production went down for Jerry Hughes. So maybe it's someone else that needs to come in and do something. I don't know, because the scheme is just as potent. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can change it up a little bit instead of doing the wide freaking rip outside. I know he has a repertoire. Use it, man. I've seen you do the spin move. I've seen you bull rush. But that shit is getting old, my guy. It's getting old. It's getting old. Matt Milano is a game time decision. We'll test it Sunday. Here's a theory that my man Bobby came up with. If you pay attention to the injury report for the Bills, whenever someone is limited on a Friday, it turns out that they never play. If they're questionable, if they're probable, or it's one of those situations, or they practiced or limited practice or whatever. I think it was if they practice naturally, they're playing. But if they're limited on that practice, typically they don't play. So pay attention to that. Go look at who was limited, who didn't practice, and why they didn't practice, and so on and so forth. We'll find out. So limited in practice was Matt Milano. And right now, thus far, they have him as game time decision. Is he going to play? Is he not? Because right now, I'll tell you right now, if he doesn't play, we know what happens. If you are limited with the Bills and you don't play on that game time, that means you weren't ready to play by Friday. So whenever you see a limited thing on someone's name, that means they're not playing. So for fantasy owners, it kind of gives you an idea of what you can do with that. Just put it out there for you. I want to read some of the comments. I'm scrolling back. Let me see what we got. Kathy says he has no concept of floating, in my opinion. Needs to get better grasp on that. Seems he can't anticipate throws. He can anticipate throws. Don't get me wrong. He has great anticipation. Right now, he's just got to work on the chemistry. He's got touch. We've seen it. It's just the chemistry with these guys. He's just got to get better with it. Ronald Enoch says, how about Roby Anderson? Robbie Anderson would be an interesting addition to the team because he can go deep. He's got length, he's got size. You know what I'm saying? He's got good hands. But right now, the theme of the receiving squad on the Bills is separation. That is why we changed the whole game up. We got the Cole Beasleys. We kept and retained Isaiah McKenzie, right? We brought him last year and he gave us a spark. You know what I'm saying? We brought in John Brown. We wanted separation guys, and that's what we did. Robbie Anderson, on the other hand, separation. Boy can get deep. So if we were to bring him in, it'd be interesting because right now the Jets are a mess. They are a mess. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for Jets fans. I'm embarrassed for the players. Like right now, they're dealing with a head coach that is also, I believe, the GM, making piss poor decisions. He's trying to now. Leonard Williams is on the block. Robbie Anderson is on the block. The African cat Osemele has had a bummed ass shoulder, and they still trying to get this man to play. And he's like, "Yo, at what point do you guys say where I'm like, yo, I don't want to take more drugs to make me feel numb, and then I'm effed up to be productive going forward?" Yo, that organization is a mess. Le'Veon Bell, I think, is one of the best running backs in the game. I think, if not the best running back in the game, apart from CMC, because that boy is nice. And he's all trying to make it a kumbaya. That's my quarterback. Yo, y'all are trash. Okay, enough already. Enough. We let y'all hang around the first time. Y'all are enough of that. Like, the Jets get out of here with that bullshit, and they're a mess. So if we can try to get after that bug-eyed head coach and try to for any of my Somalis in here and try to cool his ass. And if any Somalis that know that, I respect you. But anyways, if we can try to cool his ass and get a player and get Leonard Williams or get somebody off that team, man, shit, I'll take it. I will take it. Not sure if Duke Williams was practicing. He's limited. Duke Williams was also limited. So we're going to find out what's really good with that. Zoomer Cage says we should have gotten Mike Bennett. Nah, man. I'm good without Mike Bennett. The aging DE, I'm good. I want that youth. I want that youth infusion on my defensive front because that's what's carrying us right now. That is what's carrying us right now. Here's an interesting one for you guys. My man Bobby came up with this trade scenario. Would you guys do this trade scenario? Star Lotulelei, which I do like Star Lotulelei. He's got a purpose on this team. Star Lotulelei and a 4th round pick for Geno Atkins and their 6th round pick. What? That would be a neat swap. Bring in Geno Atkins and have Ed Oliver on the same line together. It's all speculation. I'm just putting it out there. It's probably not even a thing, right? But the Bengals are winless. They got to do something. And why not get rid of the guys and we'll make a trade for it? I don't know, man. It might have to be a little bit more than that, but I'm just putting it out there. Let's go get Julio Jones. Havana says, let's go get Julio Jones. It would cost. It would cost, but guess what? Julio Jones is a dog. And that's a guy that I have no problems giving up a 1st round pick for. 1st round pick, I'm taking it. And here's the thing about a 1st round pick. And first of all, I don't want to not acknowledge Scott Blakely because I see you, Scott Blakely, and shout out to you for that donation. Philly will attempt to bull run us. Stopping the run, I believe, is paramount. Oh, they're going to try it. They're going to try. They're going to try to bully us because they are pissed off. They're pissed off. Boy, please stop with that pissed off bullshit. Your team just has to be better than us. Simple as that. Now, do you guys remember my man Papa Pet Kevin? Kevin claims that I said, here's the thing. We had a debate, and we were talking about the Eagles and how we fare against the Eagles. Okay? How we fare against the Eagles. So I said, hold on. Havana says Atkins, Oliver, and Jordan Phillips. Wow. Wouldn't you guys like a Geno Atkins on this team? I can't take credit for that trade because my man Bobby put that trade together. He's like, yo, how would this look? I kind of like it. Right? Now, here's the deal. My man Kevin and I were talking. You guys remember Kev, the Dolphin fan. Kevin, the quiet speaker. Anyway, Kevin and I were talking. And we're talking about like, yo, the Eagles. Because I have a buddy. I'm in a group chat with my man Kev, and I have another buddy of mine, a very good close friend of mine, and he's a Dallas Cowboy fan. And I can't wait to play the Dallas Cowboys. Woo! I can't wait. Anyway, can't get ahead of myself. Let's take down the Eagles first. So we're talking about the matchups. I said I think we match up well against the Eagles. He's like, absolutely, you don't. I was like, what do you mean I don't? And he's like, they got a better running game than you guys. in Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard. They got a better quarterback. They got a better receiver. They got better receivers, and they got better O-line. He's like, I'll give you guys. He's like, they got a better D-line. The only thing you guys have better than is your DBs, and your safeties are better, and your running backs are a wash. I'll give you that. And I was like, really? And I'm like, I think we have better coaching. And he's like, better coaching? Are you kidding me? I was like, no, I'm not kidding you. I think we have better coaching right now. This year, we're being coached extremely well. And I think we have the advantage in the coaching department. And that's huge. If one coach outthinks and outproduces and gets his team prepared more than the other, it's coaching. And I think that we will outcoach the Eagles. He said no. He's like, you're talking to a coach that was a Super Bowl winner, has been in the NFC Championship a couple times, and made the playoffs, this, that, and the third. I was like, great. You're talking about the past, number one. We're talking about when they had a quarterback in Nick Foles, which is no longer there, and that's why they won the damn Super Bowl. So let's chill out on that shit. But I'm talking about the right now, because right now the Eagles are 3-4. The Eagles lost to – who did they lose to that they shouldn't have lost to? They lost to help me out. The Eagles lost to a shitty-ass team. They lost to Detroit. Or did they beat Detroit? No, they lost to Detroit, which is fine. But they lost to Atlanta. They lost to the 1-5 Atlanta Falcons. But yet you want to talk about they have a better coach. Why? Right? I tried to explain to him. He's like, nah, I'm not. He's not buying it. So do we, as the Buffalo Bills, have the advantage in coaching? Eagles fans, you guys are probably going to be watching this shit too, right? Where do the Bills have the advantage? Let's really talk about this, right? Quarterback. Also, although Wentz is having a statistical decent year, nothing great. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Carson Wentz stats. So Carson Wentz right now he's got 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions with a 92 QB rating, throwing for only 1,600 yards and completing 61% of his passes, right? So the touchdown to interception ratio, you got to give it to him. But he's only throwing for 1,600 yards. Josh Allen has 1,300 yards, 7-7. So the edge can go to Carson Wentz. Fine. The run game, we have one of the better run games in the league. How could he say that their run game is matched up with ours? Don't look at the names. Look at the production as what we're giving it. I give us the edge in the run game. O-line, that's a toss-up. Jason Peters being out, right? But they got Jason Kelsey, or the brother of Travis Kelsey. They got Jason Kelsey, and they have one more guy that's on their team that's pretty damn good. So it's we're even, but we might potentially give the edge to the Eagles based on the Pro Bowl caliber guys that we have. But we have Mitch Morse. So go F yourself, because we're just as good. So that could wash out as well, right? Then we go to the D-line. Fletcher Cox, beast. No question about it. You got Brandon Graham, beast. No question about it. So they might have a slight edge on the D-line. But we got our Ed Olivers. You know what I'm saying? We got Jerry Hughes on the other end. I was just ripping Jerry Hughes, but I'm just saying I'm putting it out there so that we got some dogs on the line. Could they have the edge? Maybe. Linebacking crew, Nigel Bradham is out. No Nigel Bradham. Milano might be coming back. You know what I'm saying? We got freaking the freak. I think we have the edge in linebacker. DBs, don't even talk to me about DBs. We got that lock. Safeties, we got that shit on lock. So we have an advantage. I think we have a good advantage. And coaching is what takes it to the edge, takes over. I'm just putting it out there, man. Thomas Falzone, it's buffalofanatics.com. Oh, I see who somebody's asking questions. I hear you. I don't know if you guys are asking. Sorry, I went into a tirade, man, but I just wanted to put that out there. I feel that we have the edge. I feel that we do. Eagles fans, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You guys are in a mess right now. Orlando Scandrick is putting your dirt out. You guys are not together. You guys are talking shit about each other. It's a mess in the locker room. Man, bump all that. We just know that we're ready to play and we're ready to take your ass down. And that's what it comes down to. Thomas Falzone, I doubt Milano was coming back. He was questionable. He was limited. He was very limited. The difference is we have a killer red zone percentage. Buffalo give us Eagles hell this week at home. Yes, sir. This week, Hughes versus rookie LT. Yummy. See, but Hughes versus freaking inexperienced LT on the freaking Dolphins. Where was the production? We didn't get it. So that's why I can't really say anything about the edge. because we need to see it. This would be ideal, but we need to see it. So here's another question for you guys, man. I got to put this out there. So another conversation we have, man, group chats is where all the conversations happen, man. So here's the other conversation. Trey White is playing lights out this year. He's playing extremely well. He's playing excellent. And we all know that, right? The one thing that we all as fans always, harped on him was that good lockdown corner, could do it all, but we needed more turnovers from him, right? Paul Dawson says, remember, Rico, Wentz has played one more game than Allen as well. Yes, he has. You're right. Thank you for that. But anyway, so back to Trey White. So big play Trey. So I had a theory that McDermott is not going to pay Trey White to come back. I have a feeling that we are not going to want to pay Trey White big money, because I'm telling you right now, with the year he's having right now, he's going to demand some cash. All he's going to say is, bring me my money. Bring me my money is what he's going to be saying, right? Because it's facts. He can play. We need to pay this guy. Hear me out, though. I don't think we will. And history kind of proves it this way. Let's go back. I know McDermott was not the coach, but when McDermott was with the Carolina Panthers, Josh Norman had a monster year. Josh Norman was playing excellent, enormous football for the Carolina Panthers, right? He was saying, pay me. I want my money. Bring me my money, right? What did the Panthers say? Panthers said, yeah, we're going to pay you. And then they reneged. They pulled it and said, nah, we ain't paying you, right? Then they drafted Bradley Bilberry or something like that, right? Not a scrub, but they let him walk. And Josh Norman got a big-ass contract with the Redskins, played well. Right now, he's a little shaky. He's a little iffy, but they let him walk, right? And he was, at the time, got the biggest contract. And he deserved it because he was a freaking baller in McDermott's defense, right? Exhibit 1. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Stephon Gilmore. We had an opportunity to sign him. What did we do? We didn't. We didn't sign him. We let him walk because he was demanding moolah, baby. He wanted that moolah. So guess what? You think Trey White is going to take a hometown discount? No, he's going to say, bring me my money, right? So here's the deal. 2 things. Is McDermott going to be arrogant enough to say, we ain't paying you? Get the skipping, get the walking. We're going to draft our guy, because you know how Brandon Beane loves his draft picks. This is something to think about, people, right? He's having a hell of a year. So is McDermott going to allow a third top cornerback to walk? I know he wasn't the head coach before, but he had a defensive coordinator that has say. I'm sure they do. So Josh Norman walks away. We don't sign Gilmore, and Gilmore is the best corner right now in the league. We have a very good corner, solid corner, potentially going to make the Pro Bowl corner this year right now. Do we let him walk? Or should we say, we're not going to make the mistakes we made in the past when we have a shutdown corner? We're going to sign him. But don't wait. If you're going to sign him, you better sign him now. Or when it comes time to give him that extension, to sign him long-term, get it done now. Because the longer you wait, the higher that price is going to go. But in my heart of hearts, I feel that Trey White will ask for a boatload of money, and we're going to say, nah, son. So my prediction goes like this. We will draft a cornerback next year in the first or second round. I'm going to tell you right now. And that will be the indication as to what we do. Do I want that to happen? No. I want us to sign our own guys. Keep our guys. We drafted them. We keep them. You traded down for this guy, right? We traded down and picked him up. Picked him up the 27th pick. Come on now. Anyways, I just wanted to get that out of my way. But you know he's going to ask for his money. And he's going to say it like this. Bring me my money is exactly what he's going to say. And he's deserving it because he's playing balls to the wall right now. Isn't Levi Wallace a free agent after this season? Havana SCP. I believe he is. I think he's on the last or on second last year of his deal. 1 year, I can't remember. Somebody look it up for me. But Levi Wallace didn't have his greatest game last game. I went back and watched the game because I was kind of saying, no, he had a good game, man. He had a good game. Nah, he didn't. It wasn't a horrible game, but it wasn't a good, solid game that you can say, yo, keep your head up. You had a good game, right? But that's just something to pay attention. I personally think that he may want to walk. I think that we should sign his ass because we got a few guys we got to sign. We got to sign Jordan Poyer. We definitely got to bring his ass back. There's no question. We got to figure something out about Matt Milano. We got to bring his ass back. The way people were crying about, man, Milano makes his defense different. Well, we better bring his ass back. We got to sign his ass. You know what I'm saying? So those are two definite guys. You got Jordan Poyer and Matt Milano. You got to look that up because those are guys you got to really talk about. Are we going to bring them back or not? I think we should, and we definitely have the capital to do that. Keep that in mind, right? We got to talk about who we bring back on the offensive side of the ball. Like there's got to be some money to give out, right? That's why I'm harping so hard right now on the window of opportunity to do well, because there's going to come a time when Josh Allen, we have to make a decision on him. Is he going to be the highest paid quarterback in the league? Is he not? Are we invested? Do we trust enough in Josh Allen? I'm telling you right now, if we're going to try to make a run, we need to make the run right now that we have him under the cheap deal, because the minute we pay Josh Allen his money, if we decide to keep him, everything changes, right? Because now a lot of money is going to be allocated into Josh Allen, the quarterback. There might not be enough money to go out to everybody else, and that's thus changes the dynamic of the team. We might have to get weaker at some positions, younger, in order to keep Allen. That's why we have the good pieces now. Go for it now to go for the damn W. I'm just putting it out there, man. Y'all think I'm talking shit, but I'm on my Grizzly. Ron Castillo, I see you, my G. What's going on, man? MacMan TV says first game he's truly struggled. Yes, it's true. It's the first game he did struggle. Top Shot that says Nickel Walsh, I have the worries about the Bills. We can't waste the amazing defense waiting for Aaron Allen to put it all together. Absolutely. Like I just said, this is the moment. Because I'm telling you right now, guys, the minute, like every year doesn't present you the same team. Every year. William S. I see you, William S. I see you. 24-20 Eagles. I think in my prediction I had us losing to the Eagles. I think I did it. But shit changes. But this is the window that we need right now. We need Rico for receiver. You stupid boy. This is the window. The window is right now, people. Y'all think I'm talking shit, but the window is right now. We can't keep messing around. Oh, but we're building for the future. The future of the Bills is bright. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. But guess what? We won't have a future if people are saying, yo, I want to get my money now. Oh, you don't want to pay me? I'm gone. Don't forget, this is a mother effing business too. This is a business as well. So if we don't start making these moves right now to show this team and show this organization and show the fans that we are all in it to try to win it, boy, we in it. We're gonna regret it, man, because this team is gonna completely change next year. Yes, there are some draft picks. Yes, we're gonna bring some free agent guys, but it's not what we have right now. They keep talking about how this locker room is amazing. There's nothing like it. It's everyone is for themselves, is for one another, and doing that. Great. Use that and propel yourself and bring some more. If this locker room is so damn good, it shouldn't matter who the hell we bring into this locker room to change things up. Shouldn't matter because this locker room is that good. Straight up. Shit. I'm preaching now, boy. I'm preaching now. Scott Easter says Gilmore is far from trash. He's a weirdo, but the boy was legit. He ain't no weirdo, man. He's just quiet. He's like Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is quiet as kept, but he's a fun guy. He's a fun guy, right? But he killer instinct, baller. He made me upset. It was bittersweet because Kawhi played for the Raptors. The Raptors won. You know what I'm saying? You have love for him no matter what. But he took it to my damn Lakers, man. LeBron needs to man up. LeBron needs to say, okay, it's fourth quarter now. I'm that guy. Anthony Davis is waiting on you. He's deferring to you. I don't want to get in my basketball bag, but Anthony Davis is deferring to the king. But the king is sitting there like, nah, man, it's you. Man, start manning up and be the king and start handling business, man. Anyway, I didn't want to get into my basketball bag, but y'all know what it is, man. Cam Jackson's football page says Doug Whaley put together a great roster. Just never got the QB. Absolutely. He had some good teams, man, but just never got his QB. Never got his QB. Scott Easter says, I agree 100% on White. I never really thought he wanted to be in Buffalo anyway. I mean, a lot of guys in college don't want to go to certain teams, right? Who the fuck wants to go to the Browns, right? Who did want to go to the Browns? Maybe now the Browns are a little more attractive because of the pieces they have. We'll put the pieces together. We have the coach for it, and I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it whatsoever. Bill Harvey says the Bills better pay up and re-sign the foundation to this team. I'm telling you, because if they fuck around and do what they did to Josh Norman, and they don't sign, they do it again, and they didn't sign Gilmore, and they try to do the Trey White. I'm just saying, man, we got the money. We've set ourselves up. We got ourselves out of the perennial basement that we were in terms of money and cap. Now we have the money to do it. So sign the big pieces that make this engine go. Your Milanos, your Poyers, your Trey Whites. Extend his ass. Because right now, if you don't extend him right now and you wait, game over. Game over. Like Lil Flip, game over. I'm telling you right now. Shit, I went back to early 2000s with that. Game over with Lil Flip. Whoa, you guys don't know about that, you youngins. You youngins don't know about that. Young King says, shout out to us Buffalo. What the heck? Mephalonians. 175 viewers on the Friday night. Much love. Yay. Yay. It's Friday night. Sometimes you know what it is? It's Friday night. Some of us are grown. We don't like to go out and do that. I'm a homebody. I like to stay home. I pay my mortgage on this house. I'm going to enjoy my damn mortgage. That's just what it is, right? But I appreciate the Fanatics. I appreciate the Bing team showing up. I love it. I love each and every one. I love every bit of it. What you know about that Lil Flip? What you know about that Lil Flip? What? Oh, I just have it in my head right now. Gabe with that little listen, man, I just want to bust out in the dance right now. Here we go. Scott Blakely says Bean and McDermott will not lose their foundational players they brought in. They will extend them. I hope so. You better hope, because right now it is trending towards that. They may feel that we can get a corner in the draft. Let him walk. We're not going to pay that money. But if he's who he is, man, you know what I mean? You got him been commercials and talking about goaling and giving advice to goalie shit. Yeah. Put that bullshit aside. Are we signing him long term? Let's start talking about that. I'm just saying. Richard Catarina says when we play the Jets, he'll see Casper. Oh, he's gonna see Casper the Ghost. He's gonna see Casper the Ghost and Casper's buddies and friends. I'm telling you that right now. Real talk. Paul Dawson says, I think Poyer is a product of Mac's system. You think so? So you mean that we can put in anybody? Because if it's a system, then that means you can just draft somebody that can give you the similar style to Poyer and bring him in. But this is where I disagree, because Poyer gives you more than that. Poyer he's a gritty safety, smaller safety, but he'll get in the dirt and hit you. And he's fearless. He's fearless. And he plays very well in deep quarters. He plays very well in deep quarters and has no problems getting in the box. You can't teach that type of stuff, man. That's just instincts. He's a football player. I'll take that. You got to keep those two together. Because the communication between those two is parallel. It's key. You got to keep them together. Sam Mazza says, Rico, you don't think they'll re-sign Hyde? Carlos Hyde. You got me saying Carlos Hyde. Micah Hyde is on. They signed him to a 5-year deal, so he's going to be here for a little bit. It's Poyer that was signed to a 3-year deal that is going to come up soon. So we got to do something with Poyer. Hyde is still on a 5-year deal, so we have him for another 2 years, right? So will we redo the deal for both of them at the same time? I doubt it, but we'll see. Thomas Falzone, boy, that slaps. Oh shit, that does slap. And yo, let me just play some freaking Lil Flip. Game over. You know what I'm saying? Mike Aquino says Dable has got to get John Brown in the game played this Sunday. They always do. Let me tell you something. John Brown is one of 2 receivers this year that's got 50 yards receiving in every game he's played this year. You know the other receiver is Mike Thomas from the freaking Saints. And Mike Thomas is a Pro Bowl type receiver. So if John Brown is in that company, he's getting just fine. He's got 50 yards receiving in each of the games he's played this year, right? He's got 432 yards receiving. That's pretty damn good, man. Think about it. That's pretty damn good. So I'll take that. What needs to happen, though, is we need to find out what the hell we have in Robert freaking Foster. Are you about it or you not? You know what I'm saying? Like, you went from being a piece that we counted on last year to like irrelevance right now. And I don't want to use that, but shit, like, we need something, man. We need something for you, because right now your quarterback needs you. He needs that deep threat. Right now, he doesn't have that chemistry with anybody on the team. Sorry to say it, but it's the damn facts. There's no chemistry. None. None whatsoever. Daniel Guari says, extend Poyer for 2 years. Maybe a little longer. Maybe a little longer. Will Robert Foster catch a pass from Josh Allen this year? Yes, he will. It's just a matter of when. Eye of the Moment says Foster is the mystery of the season so far. Yes, he is. Absolutely. He is the mystery of the season. Like, what's going on with this guy, man? I get it. You had the groin injury. The groin injury is not something you just rush back from. I get that part. But from what I understand, you've been a healthy scratch 2 weeks in a row. And the reason you've been a healthy scratch is because you're not part of the game plan. You can't have that, man. That's the worst. You can't be not part of the game plan. You got to be part of the game plan. You got to be, son. You got to be. Who we got? Thomas, hold on. Top Shot that says Panthers will trade Cam Newton for some good picks, then let Allen play till the Cam is 100%. Oh, boy. That situation is a funny one over there, because Cam Newton, I think, is healthy and ready to come back, but Allen is playing lights out. So they're going to keep Allen in. So I wonder what that does to the locker room out there. What do we got? Thomas Falzone says, Rico, should we draft a receiver round 1 next year? Well, put it this way. Where we will be drafting makes all of the difference in whether we should bring in a receiver or not. Because to me, your impact receivers are usually in the first 10 to 15 picks. After that, you can, jump into the second round and wait. Wait into the second round. Should we draft a corner for next year, a receiver for next year in the first round? Debatable. Because, like, I'll give you one name. CD Lamb. Here's another one. Jerry Jerzy. Haitian, by the way. Sakpase Zopao. Anyway, those guys are not going to be, where we will be picking. I anticipate us picking 20 and later, right? So will a Jerry Jerzy be there at pick 20? Hell no. Will CD Lamb, unless something crazy happens, if he comes out for the draft, will he be in the 20th pick or 27th pick? No. He's going to be going in top 10, top 15. So, like, what's the point now? If your record is terrible, like the Bengals, and you need a receiver to replace AJ Green because you traded him or whatever the case is, yes, you go and get a receiver in the first round. But for us, in particularly right now, I wouldn't go and get a receiver in the first round. What I would look into is getting a pass rush. I'd go and bolster that defensive line, or I'd go and drop myself another lineman for the offensive line, right? Maybe freaking a right guard, right? Something, because Cody Ford, he's my man. Cody Ford is. I'm not gonna go any further than that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Jose Vela says we will have the 32nd pick. Shit, we might. Daryl O'Neill says you don't have to trade for a receiver, just get Foster back from last year's form and we're good. Great. Where the hell is he? Because we haven't had Foster from last year's form. I don't know what Foster we have this year. Guys, we're going into week 8. We're going into week 8. Ladies and gentlemen, we're halfway through the damn season. This is when it needs to happen right now. Shit, man. Ethan Dominguez says, Rico, how do you think the Eagles game will turn out? It's gonna be way tougher than people anticipate. It really is. It's gonna give us. We're going to be at the edge of our seats all game long. I'm gonna tell you that right now. What I would love is that we mash things up, but it's not gonna be that way. It really isn't gonna be that way. So it's just gonna come to the point where it's gonna be, don't turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? Be efficient, protect Josh Allen, And we need to establish the damn pass game. And I'm talking about really getting the ball down the field. This is where we need to do it because that defensive backfield with the Eagles is not a strong one. This is where you come out and try to do things, right? That defensive front and that defensive run game is legit. So we are going to have to freaking throw the ball because if we don't throw the ball, they're going to stop us on the run. And now we're going to be relegated to just some fuckery, right? We got to get our act together. We really do got to get our act together. Nicholas Walsh says, don't forget, this might be Lorenzo's last year. We might need to replace him. I'm telling you, you guys think I'm fucking around. This is not going to be the same team next year. So if you're trying to make a move and you're trying to do what you got to do because this is the window's now. Think about what we have right now. The Eagles are not what the Eagles we thought were going to be, right? Super Bowl champs from a couple years back, they're not the same team. They really aren't, right? The Washington Redskins, but Steelers, they were supposed to be a pretty decent team this year. Nope. They're just, they're okay. Nothing special, but we're not scoffing at them, right? We still got the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are 4-3, right? Started off hot at 3-0. They went on a 3-game losing streak. They lost to the damn Jets for crying out loud. Any given Sunday. But I'm just saying, this is wide open. Nobody's flawless. We're 5-1. We almost took down the damn undefeated freaking Patriots. Let's keep it a buck here, man. I'm just saying, man. So this is the time. This is it. Just give the rock to Duke, man. I'm waiting for my guy Duke Williams to just get healthy and become that guy, man, because everything they throw at this guy, he catches it. Everything they throw at him, he catches. That's real, man. By the way, if you guys are wondering what my sweater is, you guys can go and cop this at the BF Fan Shop. It's the BF Fan Shop. Go hit that up. This one's dope. I'm feeling that. I wish I got another color as well because I feel this one's nice. It's sick. But I just want to plug that and go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, it's been an hour and 1 minute. There's 170 people watching right now. I really do appreciate you guys. I wanted to come on and answer as many questions as I can. Y'all, you guys don't realize how much I appreciate you guys, man. Real talk. There's a lot of Bills channels out there. A lot of them. There's a lot of them out there. But there's not a lot like this. There's not a lot like Buffalo Fanatics. And the reason Buffalo Fanatics is what it is because we got the freaking best cats that are in here. Bills, Mafia's in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Everything. It's Bills Fanatics, Buffalo Fanatics, man. The Fanatics are here. The Bing team is here. It's strong. Is heavy. Loving every minute of it, man. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody, you guys. Each and every one of you guys keep tuning in. You guys know what it is, man. Come Sunday, after the game, be here. I'm not going on right after the game. I'm going to go and give people time to kind of settle and do what they got to do. Then I'm hitting that shit soon after. So probably like half hour to 45 minutes after the game, I'm going to be hitting that. So be tuned in. Biggity bing bing. Corey Buffalo, I see you, bro. Biggity, we're going to be biggity bing binging it after that game with a W. All right? So I got my daughter here. She's just hanging out with me. You good? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, until next time. Come here. Come here for a second. Until next time, it's your boy. What do we say? And I'm what? You got to do this. And I'm. Do it with me. You're not going to do it with me? No? Okay, you won't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy. Until next time, we'll see you next time, boys. All right. We got to win this game. We need that. 6-1. It's never been done. We're 0. Hold on a second. I got to bring this before I leave. We're 0-16 when we try to get our 6th win before week 10 or week 11. Think about that. Every time we try to get our 6th win, not go 6-1 or 6-0, 6th win, it's always after the fact. We're 0-16. This is the game. We do it. I'm telling you right now, the stars are aligning. We got this. Anyway, you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys Sunday. Until next time, it's your boy, and I'm gone. Anaya, my love, how was your dance? It's a good time.